Big, all right, all right. Welcome to Red Solo. We're back in action. Have to have a little fix, fix a few things, but we're starting a little late. But we're in week 5. We'll play some catch up. Now let's start about the moment at hand. Giants Eagles. Wow. Look, I know Cam Scatterboo. He he's a bull in a china shop. Period. Period. Jackson Dart making some throws. That they call spade a spade. That's what he's out there doing. But talk about a generational run for Scatterboo. We knew who he was. We knew it. And he came out tonight and showed the world, I have arrived. I mean, he currently right now, I believe he's got 3 touchdowns. Now, I'll admit it. I picked him up off waivers. Nobody believed. I said, oh, there's something there. Especially when they switched over to the Chargers. After the Chargers game, full dart, full Scatterboo, full steam ahead. I love everything that's going on with that. That's great. But Jackson Dart, he got knocked out. Look, look, he was knocked out. I mean, that hit was vicious. It took him 3 downs just to get back up. I couldn't believe it. And they scurry him in the tent, and he's got the coach peeking in, Scatterboo's peeking in. Everybody's like, oh, what's going on there? What's going on there? He, he pops out like a spring chicken. Hey, look, I'm just saying. Hey, the protocols are the protocols when the protocols need to be the protocol. That's some red solo wisdom right there. It's a rule when it needs to be a rule. That's it. I mean, hell, Scatterboo got his belt. He rings his own belt. I'm not saying Scatterboo's gotten his belt wrong. He just rings his own. Right? He peeked out into that tent and said, dude, oh, come on. I walk scene stars. Let's go get this. And in a moment, we will discuss whatever it is. Go on and feel it. And something seems off. The vibes there, something just is not right. Between what people call cryptic from AJ Brown, Hollywood, uh, I didn't find it very cryptic at all. I thought he was being very uh, upfront and truthful with that. It's like, hey, y'all don't need me. I'm not going to make a big deal. I'm just going to quietly just do what I'm supposed to do. Passive aggressive, maybe, but I don't think it was too cryptic. And throughout the game, you saw certain balls just getting forced downfield in multiple occasions. Sometimes to him, sometimes to Devonta Smith. Alex Goddard had a pretty good night. But with the lead, I mean, Philly's used to playing with the lead and to ice them with Saquon. And if a shootout has to happen, they're still respecting Saquon in how he can break one open. So those running lanes are still there. Well, Saquon, his year, by his standards, is subpar. Actually, it's subpar by a lot of running backs. I mean, and as the season's going on, I think teams are starting to notice, hey, okay, we're not going to sell out on Saquon beating us. All right. Teams are now saying, let's make Hurt beat us with his arm. Let's force him to do that. Now, if you look at the Super Bowl, hey, the Kansas City Chiefs, they were still playing to not let Saquon get the ball or go anywhere with it. And so that left the back end of the defense wide open. But now teams are saying, hey, we can run a 3-4 or a 3-3 and have one of those linebackers just roll around and get more pressure. We're not, teams are not as worried about Saquon as they were, which is making the passes for Jalen Hurts even more difficult. That's the problem that they're going to have to work out. I mean, in some of these games, Hurts is going to have to throw in some tighter windows. Yeah, it's not just one-on-one coverage back there because they have a spy on Saquon. No, it's almost as if they're saying, okay, we'll let Saquon get his, but you're not beating us over the top. And you've had games with Hurts not throwing a single complete pass in the second half. I think it was the last game or 2 games before it. You go 0 for 9 in the second half. It's like the Eagles can't put 2 halves together. And teams are starting to, oh, hmm, okay. The Saquon respect, not like he shouldn't be respected, but with the, I don't know what's going on in that receiver room, but nobody seems to be really happy in there. And now they're trying to force it downfield. I mean, I saw plenty of plays tonight. Saquon sitting in the flat, and Hurts isn't even looking that way because I think they're still in the mindset that like, they're keying in on Saquon. They're not. The reason Devonta Smith and AJ Brown aren't getting as many balls is because they're saying, "Hey, if you're gonna get this, okay, come get it. We're not going to make it easy for Hurts." The only person that's breaking free right now, really, is Dallas Goedert. That's it. That's the only person getting open, and it's not ideal. It's not ideal. I mean, at the beginning of the first half, or the end. I mean, the end of the first half or the beginning of the second half. Saquon did break out that 20-yarder. Yeah, the end of the first half. I'm checking through my notes. Uh, that didn't matter because the next play, Jalen Hurts decides to do a QB sneak in the middle of the field with no timeouts left, with what 4 seconds left on the clock. Did you really think you can get back and set after that? These are small mental mistakes that will compound over time. This feels like the year that when Travis Kelce retired, they went on that big streak and everything fell apart. Well, this time that streak isn't half as big and seem to be falling apart at the seams for the Eagles. I know it's a long season. They've got time to figure it out. But you got a lot of money in these receivers. Hey, I think it's high time that we see what they can do, or what can Jalen do. Because, like I said, Saquon, He's good. He's used to them keying in on him. But like I said, when they're not keying in on him and just saying, hey, okay, Saquon, you can get yours, but you're not beating us over the top like you did the Chiefs, things get a little weird. Things get weird. So, and Sirianni's been through this before. He's had slow starts and big starts. This year it seems a little different. Back in the day, the players weren't as vocal. They kind of like the Patriots. Hey, we're winning, so we're not saying anything. Well, now losses are starting to pile up. All right, you just lost to a 1-14, and as good as Jackson Dart is and Scatterboo,